He's putting together one of the better seasons in league history. It's the Eagles and the Cards, and it's coming up next.
The final 2-week stretch of the 2023 regular season, and we are underway week 17 here on this New Year's Eve. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
Holding, receiving team.
It didn't take long to see our first penalty of the game, did it?
We always talk about everyone wanting to get into the game in a hurry. The officials did as well.
Here's Toon. He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. To the 43, second down. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. We're always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. From the 43, here's a 2nd and 8. Here's Toon to throw it. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 41-yard line. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Toon going to throw it. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Looking to throw, Toon. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Trey McBride, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down. You look at this Eagle defense. This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
And when you're getting ready to face the number 1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
They'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
That's how the score will be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. Throwing, Toon. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Clayton Toon, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cards get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point good by Prater, and that makes the score 7-0. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So here come the Eagles, the defending NFC champs, led out by a man who was the runner-up to Patrick Mahomes at MVP balloting a season ago. Of course, that's Jalen Hurts.
And he comes to the end of the season leading the NFL in passing yards. And that's not necessarily something you set out to do at the beginning of the year, but it's a good illustration of how remarkable and consistent he's been all season.
That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
The Eagles at 14-1 now on the year. And they've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Hurts' throw brought in by Brown. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory.
Now, hang on here because DeAndre Swift injured on that last play and in need of a little assistance. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. 2nd down and 4. Here's Hurts to throw.
This is caught. It's Brown.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 27-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Late in the season now, MVP chatter starts, and he might be on the fringe. This is always an award that goes quarterback, running back, usually quarterback. A lot of bias. Does he deserve consideration?
He more than deserves consideration because the way the game is played in the NFL now, it's a pass-first league, right? So that means that people are going to adjust their defenses for him each and every week. And he's still putting up big-time numbers. I know the quarterbacks, the running backs get it, but he should be firmly in the race for MVP. Well, it's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
In our meetings this week, they kind of tipped us off. They wanted to play ultra-aggressive, forcing fumbles. They just did that right there.
They took it to the next level, didn't they? You're exactly right, because everyone talks about being aggressive on defense and tackling well. But they were talking about getting after the football, making sure the ball was stripped out.
Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
The numbers for Zeke from last week. 17 carries, 76 yards.
And when he went over 1,000 yards last week, you know what it did for their offense? It gave them a true identity, because everyone's going to talk about this. The offensive line's going to take pride in it. Of course, the guy carrying the football will. But how about the coaching staff? When they go in and talk contracts, when they talk to reporters, hey, we had a 1,000-yard rusher this year. That means something in today's NFL.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Tune.
Escaping the pressure, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's second down.
Now Tune. To the right side and complete to Jefferson.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll give it 8 that time. And 3rd down and 6 to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. And Tune to throw it now. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Brandon Graham in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. This has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Inside give to Elliott. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
But if you're going to have a relay race, you're probably going to pick your backs and receivers to win it, but don't underestimate the conditioning of the offensive line. They're out there just dictating things, staying on the field, and keeping a long drive going.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Smith. And they're dropping for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon.
Back deep for Philadelphia, Devontae Smith.
This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance if they want to be aggressive.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. A big play there for Philly. 58 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. Now this one complete downfield on the left side.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Another 1st down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes 2 to tango.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts.
Staying on his feet. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. This one good for a 1st down, and also that is catch number 90 for him now on the season.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Penny is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Well, they moved the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
The call from Nick Sirianni. Let's go for two here, he says. Hurts will throw.
And this one incomplete. So they went for the two. They don't get it.
So what do you think the mindset was there? You can tie it with a PAT here first half. Why go for the lead right now?
The old school mindset says if you have a better team, you just go ahead and continue to try and dominate. There's also a school of thought, if you don't think you're quite as good, you have to try and take advantage of opportunities. And finally, I just think this is analytics coming into the game. Someone saying the more you go for two, the better your chances are of actually getting them.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. He'll look to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown. When you throw it, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
And now the 3rd down.
Momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
Here's Smith to return it. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt.
And controlling the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
Well, the Eagles going to get one final possession in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
It's caught inside the 25. Now a timeout signal for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
And an Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Throwing is Hurts. And this ball incomplete. It looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board.
39-yard attempt.
Will kick off the crossbar and skip over. It's good. He didn't get that one cleanly at all, but he still gets it to go. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So that one pretty unorthodox. Not the longest field goal in the world for sure. He needed help from the crossbar just to get it over.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Is his footing off? His cleats got caught. He didn't get all of that one. From that distance, it shouldn't need the crossbar to get it over.
Yeah, the snap and hold looked clean. He looked clean. I don't know what happened. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. Devontae Smith now from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
That's good for the Eagles. First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about it? First down, got his hand in and knocked it away.
Second and 10. Hurts. Incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now 3 straight incompletions. They don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back.
So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Tune going to throw it. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. Trying to get that tight end involved. That's the first time that they've looked as well. It's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it did look as well on the first half. I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Looking to throw, Tune. He had a man open and missed it. It's incomplete.
To the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. They go play action with Hurts. Going deep here for Watkins. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for Philly. 67 yards.
Well, he already had a big receiving game working, and it's going to get a lot better here. Defensively, they're fortunate this is not a touchdown, but he's just been absolutely unstoppable, and he comes up with yet another gigantic play.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Now whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts. And that is incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Wide open is Watkins. He's got it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
They'll come out in the pistol. They'll try and run forward with Penny. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Well, Brennan, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're
without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
Oh, the sneak. It's Hurts. And he'll get in. He's off for the touchdown. The sneak successful for the yard out. And they're able to add on to their advantage.
And these Eagles may have been the first to really perfect this play. Let Hurts take the snap, then get some help pushing from behind. This was so successful, some folks, including me, were calling for this play to be outlawed. But while it's still in the books, no one runs it better than Hurts, and he takes this one in.
The call from Nick Sirianni. Let's go for 2 here, he says. They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. So they try to make it a 2-score game with a conversion. It pays off.
And they've looked at the situation, figured it out well. A 2-score game in this situation, they've got to feel much better about where they are.
And this will come out to the 25 as Handler elects not to return it. With the football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up 2nd down. The slot man in motion right. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
From the pistol, here's Elliott. Oh, able to avoid him. And he'll be brought down at what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we play. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the 4th and final quarter. Here's Tune. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to try and pull free. And it brings up 4th down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going deep for Brown. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. Tackle made there by Budda Baker. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
On 2nd down, here's Penny.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Here's Hurts to throw. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the 1st.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. It's Zaven Collins who got in there to get the sack.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
And he's in for the score. His spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the fourth quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Eagles offense staying out there. Of course, Hurts always a threat to run. They'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense.
That's true. You've said that before. That should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Throwing Tune. That one complete to Elliott. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. This offense on 3rd down today, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
One of the best routes, one of the favorite routes of any play caller. He just ran that one. Nice little angle route. That's supposed to be a catch, and usually it is, and the running back dropped it.
Yeah, I mean, he's a running back, but he's got hands. He should have caught it. And Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a 1st down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Hurts sets up to throw it. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down. And they convert in style right there. A big play on 4th and long. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw.
That is incomplete.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
Now a 2nd and 10.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, the great coach said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
It hurts not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
And that's going to be incomplete.
The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. All eyes on the Cardinals now. Down by 16. A minute 40 remaining. Now their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on 1st down. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Roughing the passer, defense.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now
pressure comes and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Here's 2nd down.
And the pressure gets to him again. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with a minute 7 remaining.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Now Tune.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And the Cardinals going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Got to avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
The flag comes in. It's incomplete. And I'm not sure he was still behind the line when he let that one go.
You get the 4th down conversion, and then you look up and you see a flag.
I'm just holding my head in my hands right now because I know the head coach is doing exactly the same thing. It all went into getting it on 4th down, and that gets wiped out.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts.
And he is into the end zone. The touchdown record is now all his.
This is just really been a solid second half from them, CD, as they add another touchdown to the lead and they start to pull away in what was once a close ball game.
Yeah, they actually put the Jets on in this one, didn't they? Put a little cherry on top with that touchdown. Now we just got to play out this final minute, and they'll get a chance to celebrate a very hard-earned victory.
Eagles offense staying out there. Of course, Hurts always a threat to run. They'll go for 2.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Tune.
Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
And Tune to throw it now.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Tune going to throw it.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting it up.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Here's Tune to throw it.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And I don't know that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hurts.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
2nd down. Here's Jalen Hurts.
Wide open is Watkins. He's got it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts.
This is Smith to the ground. And he's brought down after a very nice game.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Philadelphia,